Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where functionality-wise, our Minmus Spaceport is basically functional. It is currently, actually I can just hop on over there via the tracking station. And that is the Fleetwood Base Core. I should probably rename this to be something a little bit more memorable. But as soon as it loads here, then I'll be able to point a few things out. So currently, this is what we've got going on. We are mining with our fuel production module, and we've gotten a fair amount of ore, actually. That's not bad. Is it going up? Are all of these activated? Not all of these are activated. That's exciting. In fact, many of these are not activated. Did I not activate all of these, or did I just, did it bug out when I reloaded? No ground contact. Wait. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, we can do something about that. Let's go ahead and target our extension over here to be a little lower. We'll go for like 0.25 and see if that gives us ground contact. I think it did. Maybe not. I'm fairly certain we had ground contact before, though. Well, let's go ahead and lower our target extension even further here. And I'm also going to lower our target extension here down to like 0.25. And then here down to about the same 0.25. And hopefully we have ground contact everywhere now. It looks like we do. And are they all active? They should be. Really, no ground contact there? It feels like we do have ground contact. Okay. I think they're all active. Yeah. Excellent. Now, we can probably go ahead and lower this extension even lower. That lifted that wheel off of the ground, which of course means that we would need to lower this extension, which lifted that wheel off the ground. Let's bring this down to about 0.25. Actually, let's just bring all of these to not be extended at all right now. That's the easy solution. Okay, so these are kind of hovering off of the ground right now. We can't change the height of our core module. But let's just extend these to be just far enough to where they're load-bearing. So about 0.25. Something about like that. Just so that they're basically on the ground. Okay. That should do the trick, and now we should definitely have ourselves a fair number of contact points here. Perfect. So that'll continue mining, and we'll be able to fill up all of our fuel stores here. Now, of course, we do not currently have any sort of a, like, fuel tanker system here, and I would like to put one up at some point. And that would be something that's designed to hook in basically anywhere here, and then detach and head over to where we land at, or close to it, and then hook up there, and then come back and reattach over here after refilling our craft. So that would be the idea. So I think let's go ahead and head back to the Space Center now that we've gotten all of our mining points actually mining. And let's start thinking about how we want to do that. Do we want to do that with just a standard fuel module that we've created previously? Well, we don't have a fuel module there, and it would be perfectly fine to use this fuel module, although we would want to extend this sky crane. almost certainly. So we would take these guys off, and then we would put in a modular girder segment, rotate it to be like that, snap that on in there. Actually, we should be on mirror symmetry, right? Yep. Mirror symmetry. And we'll place this here. We'll snap that in a moment. And we'll place this here. We'll snap that in as well. Using the move tool, just snap that there. And then snap that there. Perfect. So that should work just fine. Now, I do also want to make the same small adjustments that we made previously with our core here. I don't feel like these lines are necessary because we've been able to flow everything previously. Should probably test that, though. So, actually, let me put that right back. Nope. There we go. We should probably test that. We're going to need... I mean, this flows fine, it looks like. Yeah. That flows perfectly fine. Okay, and then the next thing that I would like to do is I'd like to get rid of this guy. We're going to need to reroute, so let's go ahead and take off the sky crane for right now, and let's put in a different pod. Specifically, I would like to do a remote guidance unit, and I would also like to put in an advanced inline stabilizer, like that. Now we want to do this on the other side of this decoupler, because we don't want this to decouple. Okay, there we go. Let's reroute this. So we're going to use the reroute tool. There we go. And now we can take off our previous drone core. Let's go ahead and put the docking port back on. And then back here, we're going to do the same thing, except we're just going to remove this guy and then put the docking port on. Perfect. Okay, that should be all the changes we need to make, although I do need to double check my staging. Okay. It's an intriguing way to do things. This is certainly not how I'm going to do things. We're going to have the nose cone pop off, probably manually, most likely, but we'll put it there for now. And then the sky crane detaching at the very end. Perfect. Now the other thing that I want to do is I do want to test fuel flow. So I'm going to save this, and we're going to launch this guy, and we're going to bring out a second one, and we're going to dock him up, and we're going to make sure that the fuel flow works fine without the tanks. We're also going to make sure the sky crane works with the fuel lines the way they are, because we did extend the sky crane a little bit. Also, we're going to make sure that that's not a thing. It is. The way I fixed that before was, I believe I just controlled from there. Oh, that's exciting. Okay. Control from the remote guidance unit. There we go. Control point reversed seems to work fine for steering, but not quite so fine for acceleration. Okay, let's go ahead and revert this back to vehicle assembly, and we're going to need to fix this wheel situation for sure. Okay, I'm going to be in mirror symmetry, and we're going to... Radial symmetry? Okay, well there's the problem. Okay, so steering direction here is inverted, and they're linked up. Yes, they are linked up. We're going to have to put each one on individually then, I think. So I'm going to place that there, and then I'm going to snap it into location. That is honestly probably fine. And now I'm going to do the same thing over here. Make sure our angle is correct. It looks like it is, and then we'll snap it in. Okay, that'll do, but I'm going to actually bring it out so that it's not clipping. Clipping can cause issues, after all. And now I'm going to duplicate that by alt-clicking. Place it there. Snap that into position. Bring it on out. Perfect. We're going to do the same thing right over here. And then we're going to snap that in as well. Okay, so now those should no longer be attached. There's a tiny gap there, isn't there? That's a big amount of movement, though. And I don't like doing it without snap. I guess there's just going to be a tiny gap there. Okay, so hopefully we can now control them individually and get them properly set up. So let's go ahead and launch this and test to see how it works. And I'm going to guess right now, not super well. That's my theory. Okay, so this one is the only one turning, because steering was disabled on this one. But that appears to work fine as far as turning goes. The only issue is that we appear to be working in opposites here. So let's go ahead and have these guys be normal. Okay, I'm going to revert this once more back to the vehicle assembly. And what we're going to do here is I'm just going to turn steering on for this guy. And then we're going to put on a pair of launch stability enhancers so that I can actually see what direction the wheels are turning. So that's just a temporary thing. Save and launch. And now I should be able to actually see which wheels are going the wrong way. Just as soon as it loads in. There we go. Okay, wheels. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? So it would appear that for going forward, the two on the left-hand side here, when viewed from the back, are going the wrong direction. And they're on the wrong side. Each side is going the right way. Well, I'm not explaining this well at all. Each side is going the same direction, but they're in opposite directions. So I'm going to take that back to the VAB. And we got the information we needed from the launch stability enhancers, so we can get rid of those. And these ones over here are the ones that we need to reverse the motor direction for. And now it should work perfectly. Theoretically. Assuming I've done this correctly. Okay, moment of truth. Hey, look at that. That's nice. Okay. Yep, that seems fine. Gonna turn on the brake action group. There we go, that's fine. Now I'm gonna pop back to the Space Center and we're gonna dock up one of these and test the fuel flow. Once that's done, then we'll see about, I don't know if we have the fairing to encapsulate it in a fairing, but if we do, that's what we'll do. And we'll send this thing to Minmus. But for right now, we need to double check that our fuel flow will work fine through those docking ports. I'm 95% sure that it will, but we'll find out. Just as soon as it loads, which it doesn't want to do. There we go. Okay, we're going to be hooking up with this guy over here. It's a little far out there, but there we go. Set as target. So far, so good. I'm going to turn on the brakes now because we're moving a little quickly. Oh, that wheel broke. That's exciting. I think we can still make this work. Maybe. Nope, we don't have thrust. Okay, I'm going to revert that back to the launch then. And this time we'll come down the ramp without breaking the wheel, I hope. Okay, let's go. I don't know how I managed to break that wheel. This is our target. The wheel broke again, and so did the other one. Okay. That's exciting. So, with that happening, that's annoying. Maybe I should, just for the purposes of this testing, turn on the cheat mode where things can't break. I'm going to do that. Just for the purposes of making this testing go faster. I believe no crash damage and unbreakable joints makes it so that we can't break wheels? I don't know that for sure. So I guess we'll find out. But we don't care about crashing in this test. Brake. Okay. The wheels did not break. That's excellent. So let's just head over this direction. This episode is going a little over, but that's fine. We're going to need to overcorrect this way a little bit. Oh, you see that thing drifting? That's exciting. It's drifting a fair amount, actually. You can't tell me that that's not close enough. Oh, come on. By any measure, that should be close enough. Maybe it was just because we weren't controlling from the docking port, though. Let's control from the docking port. There we go. Perfect. Uh-oh. No. Just, stop. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This is a good reason to have the unbreakable joints on, because that was quite the physics bug. I was trying to stop it with a time warp, but apparently that doesn't work with these wheel bugs. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to test to make sure that we can do this. And it looks like we absolutely can. Perfect. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here after I revert all of this nonsense. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and revert that because we learned what we needed to. I'm also going to remember to turn this back off. There we go. We'll revert to vehicle assembly, and I'll recover the other one. And in the next episode, we will take this thing, which is kind of a mixture of a tanker and a... well, I guess it's pretty much just a tanker. We'll recover this guy. And we're going to take him to Minmus in the next episode. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.